The street lamp flickered like it was mocking me, and Karen's voice cut through the evening air like a chainsaw through butter. "You're a disgrace, begging on my street," she bellowed, her triple chin wobbling as she pointed a manicured claw at my guitar case, where a few crumpled dollars lay from my performance. "I'm Leo, a street musician who's been strumming tunes on this cracked Brooklyn sidewalk for 3 years. My guitar's seen better days, but it sings, and so do aisle jazz standards, mostly, the kind that make passers-by pause and smile. Tonight, though, Karen wasn't smiling. She was a storm in a floral muumuu, her presence as subtle as a car alarm at 3 a.m. She'd been watching me for 10 minutes, her arms crossed, her lips pursed like she'd bitten into a lemon. I'd seen her type before, entitled, loud, and itching for a fight, but I didn't expect her to dial 911 and accuse me of begging. "Ma'am, I'm just playing music," I said, keeping my voice steady as I plucked a soft chord. The small crowd, 2 regulars, Maria and Jamal, who always stopped to listen, nodded in support. Maria, a barista with a nose ring, clapped softly. Jamal, a retired cabbie, tossed a quarter into my case. Karen's eyes narrowed. "Music? Huh. You're panhandling. And it's illegal," she spat, her voice dripping with contempt. She was close now, close enough for me to smell her overpowering perfume, like a department store had exploded. "This is a decent neighborhood, and I won't have vagrants like you ruining it." I strummed another chord, trying to keep the mood light. "Lady, this is my job. People tip if they like it. That's not begging." The crowd murmured agreement, but Karen wasn't having it. She whipped out her phone, her fingers flying over the screen as she dialed. "Yes, 911. There's a beggar harassing people on my street," she said, loud enough for everyone to hear. Maria gasped. Jamal shook his head, muttering, "Here we go." Karen's eyes gleamed with triumph, like she'd just won a war. I kept playing, but my stomach twisted. This wasn't just a Karen tantrum, this was trouble. The cops arrived in under 10 minutes, 2 officers stepping out of a cruiser with tired expressions. The taller one, Officer Ruiz, approached me while his partner, Officer Chun, scanned the scene. Karen was already in their faces, pointing at me like I was a wanted felon. "He's begging, officer. I saw him demanding money from these people," she lied, gesturing at Maria and Jamal, who looked ready to explode. "Ma'am, calm down," Ruiz said, holding up a hand. He turned to me. "You got a permit for this?" I nodded, pulling out the Warren City permit from my pocket. "Been busking here legally for years," I said. "These folks can vouch for me." Maria stepped forward, her voice sharp. "He's not begging. He's performing." "She's lying." Karen's face turned beet red. "Lying? Me? I'm a respectable citizen. I pay taxes." She jabbed a finger at Maria. "You're probably in on it, protecting your little friend." Jamal chuckled, shaking his head. "Lady, you need to chill. Leo's music is the best thing on this block." But Karen wasn't listening. She was too busy spinning her tale for the officers, her voice rising to a screech. "He's a menace. He's scaring people. Arrest him." Ruiz sighed, clearly used to this kind of drama. He turned to me. "Anyone else see what happened?" Maria and Jamal both spoke up, explaining how I'd been playing my usual set when Karen stormed over and started yelling. A few other passers-by, drawn by the commotion, nodded in agreement. Karen's story was unraveling, but she doubled down. "I have video," she declared, holding up her phone like it was a smoking gun. She tapped the screen, showing a shaky clip of me playing, with her voiceover accusing me of extorting people. The video was so distorted it barely showed anything, but she thrust it in Ruiz's face. "See? Proof." Officer Chin took the phone, squinting at the screen. "Ma'am, this doesn't show him doing anything illegal," he said. "It just shows him playing music." Karen's jaw dropped, her eyes bulging like a cartoon villain. "What? Are you blind? He's a criminal." That's when things took a turn. Maria, who'd been quiet, stepped forward with her own phone. "I recorded her," she said, her voice steady but fierce. She played a clip showing Karen yelling at me, calling me a filthy beggar and threatening to have me locked up. The crowd gasped. Even Ruiz raised an eyebrow. Karen's confidence cracked. That's not relevant," she stammered. I was protecting the neighborhood. But the officers weren't buying it. Chen handed her phone back. Ma'am, making a false police report is a crime. You can't just call 911 with baseless accusations. Karen's mouth opened and closed like a fish out of water. False. I'm not lying. He's the liar. She pointed at me again, but the crowd was done with her. A few people booed. Jamal called out, "Go home, Karen." The nickname stuck, and the crowd started chanting it softly, like a taunt. Ruiz turned to me. "You're free to go, man. Keep playing." He gave me a nod, almost a smile. Then he turned to Karen, his voice firm. "Ma'am, you're coming with us. We need to talk about this 911 call." Karen's face went from red to purple. "Me? Arrested? For what?" she shrieked, backing away. Chen stepped forward, pulling out handcuffs. "False reporting, for starters. Let's go." The crowd erupted in cheers as Karen was led to the cruiser, her protests growing fainter. "This is outrageous. I'm a taxpayer. I'll sue." But no one was listening. Maria high-fived me, and Jamal tossed another $1 into my case. "Play something happy, Leo," he said with a grin. I picked up my guitar, my hands still shaking from the adrenaline. The street felt alive again, the tension melting away as I strummed the opening chords of "What a Wonderful World." The crowd grew, more coins and bills landing in my case. Karen's cruiser pulled away, her silhouette slumped in the back seat. But the story didn't end there. Word of Karen's meltdown spread like wildfire. By the next day, Maria's video had gone viral on X, racking up thousands of likes and comments calling her Karen of the Year. People started showing up to my corner, not just to listen, but to share their own Karen stories. One guy told me about a woman who'd called the cops on his lemonade stand. Another said a Karen had tried to get his dog banned from a park for looking aggressive. It was like the city had a Karen epidemic, and my little performance had become ground zero for venting. I didn't revel in Karen's downfall, though. Part of me felt sorry for her, not much, but enough to wonder what made someone so angry, so quick to judge. Maybe she was lonely, or scared, or just needed someone to blame for a world she didn't understand. But pity only goes so far. She'd tried to ruin my night, maybe my life, and the truth had fought back. A week later, I heard through the grapevine that Karen had been fined and ordered to do community service. Rumor had it she was cleaning graffiti off walls, ironic, considering her 911 call had been its own kind of vandalism. I didn't see her again, but her story lingered, a cautionary tale for anyone who thought they could bully their way through life. As for me, I kept playing. My guitar case filled up faster now, not just with coins, but with notes from people who'd seen the video. "Keep singing, Leo," one read. "Don't let the Karens win." "I won't. This street's my stage, and no one's taking it from me."